This is the planet Hutta. This is where you will begin the Old Republic as an Imperial agent or a bounty hunter. I'm here on one of my Imperial agents, an operative advanced class. You won't have an advanced class when you start here. You will simply be an Imperial agent or bounty hunter. This is the structure you'll actually end up in after the intro. It's a cantina, the poison pit. You can see a lot of beginning players here. If you see a player with a crosshair icon over them, that's an Imperial agent. I don't have the crosshair since I already got my advanced class. See some people here getting quests. They have a chat bubble over their head. They're actually talking to an NPC to get a mission. You do both class missions and side missions, which are very important to do because they help you gain level and experience. We'll run outside here and we'll begin to see the mayhem as all these people are beginning to learn their class. A lot of these people already have characters that are very advanced and they know what they're doing. Others, this will be their first class, their first character, I should say, and they'll have no idea what the hell's going on. And frequently I help people if I see them in trouble in these areas. Anywhere I will, but especially beginning planets. And I think I might see one up ahead now. Yes, here he comes. He is in trouble. Level 1. Doesn't know quite what's going on, so I'm gonna heal him. Can you see him there ahead of me? I'll drop a healing probe on him. He probably won't even know what the hell's going on. He'll probably not even realize he's been saved, but he's been saved. Now there's my companion, the destroyer that's going after him. And I'm intending these videos, they're not so much walkthroughs now, but I want to make some videos for people who are attracted to these games because, not because they're really gamers or MMO players, but because they love Star Wars, which this game has that unique character to it. A lot of people are just sort of gamers by nature, and whatever a game is, they'll try it if it looks appealing. But this game attracts a lot of people who have no idea how these things work, simply because it has the Star Wars theme to it. Now that's really kind of what attracts me. And I don't even do too much group content anymore. I mostly play alone. The guild I was in no longer exists, so I was doing everything with them. But now I just do solo stuff myself. But that's not what most people do. I think most do these for the group content, which is what they're really intended for. But this is a pretty solo-friendly game, so you really can play solo if you just want to do it that way. It does have advantages to it. This here is Nemro the Hutt's palace. You will be working sort of with him, for him, whether you're a bounty hunter or an Imperial agent on this planet when you start. So you'll spend a lot of time coming back here. This is the cantina in the palace, which you see is much fancier than the poison pit thing where you join, where you first log in. And there's a reference to the first Star Wars movie. There's a Wookiee, like Chewbacca. And he has pulled the arms off a protocol droid in it. Over a game of, it's either Sabak or Pazak. Maybe you'll remember the scene where you're advised not to let a Wookiee lose, just let him win. They have a habit of pulling the arms out of the sockets of people they don't like. So, I'm going to show another area of Hutta. This is the very first, this is the beginning area. I'll go to the sort of in-game area of Hutta before you leave the planet. Alright, here we are at the sort of end-game area, so to speak, of Hutta. This is where you will end up, where you're doing the end of your class story. The last side missions are out here. Enemy density increases a whole lot out here, and they start doing some more damage and doing some more things you need to avoid. All of these things are intended to get you to use some more abilities as you get them, as you level up here. I'm going to go in stealth so as not to draw any threat, and I don't want to have to kill things out here and take away enemies that people need to kill for their class missions and side quest missions. This is the sort of opposing Hutt family owning this area, which is why you'll be coming here to do mischief. You notice there's more patrols out here, and there's a kind of damaging attack that probably a Silver Elite did to this guy. He's doing okay though. There'll be a lot more patrols walking around, and they'll also typically be silver elites, which are significantly tougher than the regular enemies you'll face. It's kind of par for the course as you go through a planet, as you're intended to be higher level. As you go through the different areas, the beginning areas tend to be the bottom level of the bottom level range, I should say, for the planet, and they progress to the end of the planet where you should be at the upper end of the scale. You go up to about level 9 or 10 or 11 here before you leave the planet and then choose your advanced class. Most of these people don't even have their companions yet. You do get your companion on this first planet near the end of your class quest. It's not a specifically determined numerical level. It depends on how fast you go. You'll run into one of these structures here and show you what goes on inside. There's a lot that goes on in these buildings too, not just out in the open world. Something tells me this guy might be in trouble here. He's not moving, and some enemies respawn. I want to keep my eye on him a second. He may need some help. Yeah, I think so. I think this guy might be AFK. He might be away from the keyboard there. It looks bad. I'm going to heal him. Save him some trouble. And his health's dropping. He's not doing anything. His point is gone. Yeah, I want to heal him. And again, he'll probably won't have any idea that anything happened, but nice to do a good deed. I'm going to go back in stealth here so I don't interrupt anything. Do have to watch for respawns in these areas. Almost anywhere you do, but especially when you have high enemy density. And there's a bunch of dead... see, right there, I got a respawn right by me. So I'll move away from there. You do have a few seconds before they notice you, so they don't immediately appear and begin unloading on you, but you do want to get away as soon as you can. And just be aware that that's going to happen. This guy seems to be doing okay now. He must have been checking his inventory or away from the computer before. A lot of quests in this building here. Some elevators in the back that take you down to a lower level. There's some upper level stuff. So I might as well exit this. You basically get the idea here. And I will be doing some videos on my Jedi Counselor, which is actually going to be a Sage, which is the mirror class to my Sith Sorcerer. And he's the very beginning now. He's on the starter planet for Jedi characters. And you'll get a look at what it's like as a complete beginner. You'll see the interface is very simple. You have very few abilities, and I customize my interfaces all the time, but I don't have anywhere near the number of abilities I have on my operative now, because my operative is level 55. But you get a little bit of a look at that at the beginning. I'm going to sneak out of here. And then I think after I start showing you that, I'll show you how to actually sort of build the characters through the skill trees, which is the sort of unique feature of these MMOs. It's kind of important to know. The most important thing to sort of realize is that after you finish your starter planet, that's when you're going to want to make a decision that you can't reverse, and that's choosing your advanced class. That's irreversible. After that, you can fine-tune your advanced class by choosing between different skill trees, which I'll show you. But that first choice will be permanent when you choose your advanced class. Actually, we'll go full circle here, I think, if I remember hutta well enough. We'll be right back at this taxi stop where we started. And that's about it for this.